This 52-year-old boat is full of possibilities, but it is also full of problems. We knew that when we first bought it, but we kept finding more issues. For now, we can't fix everything, so we have to focus on those that are too big to ignore. This right here is the major soft spot on our deck. It extends from around here all the way out to these holes that have already been made in our deck. We've originally thought that these holes were the cause of this big soft spot that we have here, so a few months ago we taped them off to make sure that we weren't adding more water into our deck. The soft spot also extends down into the lower part of our deck on both sides of our boat. What this means is we have a huge project ahead of us. We will need to remove everything from the deck to recore it and then rebed everything that's in our deck as well. Our ceiling originally had a vinyl liner that was starting to yellow and what we believe to be the original headliner that was put on this boat. So what we decided to do was to remove it. When we removed it, we noticed a bunch of leaks from the hardware that's installed onto our deck. As you can see across here and here, these bolts had started to rust and we noticed that's probably where water is coming in. So it was really good that we removed the headliner because it brought our attention to these leaks and we can now go through after we recore our deck and rebed all of this hardware.
This is the underside of the attachment for the main sheet. You can see that because the deck is rotting, it's actually starting to go through the deck and ripping out a hole into the deck of our boat, which we do not want. And here is the culprit, this guy.
These are 2 of the 18 keel bolts that we have that attach the keel to the rest of our boat. The actual bolt itself looks fine, but the nuts that are attached to it are super rusted and starting to flake off in certain areas.
This step is not just a tripping hazard. It contains a metal I-beam that helps support the mast and loads the weight from the mast onto the hull. However, it is not made out of stainless steel. I don't know what it is, but it rusts, and it rusts really badly. And it's a well-known problem of cow boats, and we have to deal with it. 15-20% of the I-beam is rusting, and it's only the lower part, and the I-beam is only fastened to the bulkheads up top. So the rust, although it weakens the structure, I don't think is a real issue for now.
When we first got our boat, our head was dark and cramped, full of tile, and in between the tile and the bulkhead was a big slab of drywall. Something else it didn't have was a shower, and that's something that we really wanted to add into our head. So, after a little bit of work, we now have our head to a point where it is spacious and waterproof. See? Spacious and waterproof. So hopefully we'll be able to add in a proper shower pan, shower, and better utilize the space that's behind me.
Electrical system is not great. The DC side of the electrical system was really lacking. And so I've been taking everything apart and slowly rebuilding things. Everything was behind the galley and it was on the locker side, so it was exposed to a lot of moisture and dirtiness and things were corroding. It wasn't the best place. So I figured that we should move all those control panels over to the nav desk. Now, since a lot of this is old, I'm just going to get rid of this like this, and we've been buying new switches and so on. However, the gas solenoid and the refrigerator will be kept. The AC system is not the best either, but it functions, which is a plus. However, there's loads of outlets throughout the boat and only 2 of them work. So there's also some work to be done there. But for now, we're going to prioritize the DC.
Currently, our boat does not have a bimini, which also means it does not have any means to hold solar panels for our system. Our boat also lacks a dodger, or any means to cover our companionway. We do have plans in the future to get one constructed, but right now, it's going to take a back seat to the rest of our project. What are you looking at me for?
Shoes are squeaky.
Because there's water all over the ground.
Why is there water all over the ground?
we all know that there are so many more projects that boats need that we need to tackle, and that will show up as we continue to work on her and continue to use her. So, a couple problems down, 50 more to go.
Yeah.
50?
50. 50. 50 more to go.
Just 50.
Just 50. I wish there was only 50 of them. We should count. We'll probably never stop counting.
Yeah.
Because
the count will never end.
If we flip the camera around, you will see a rotted bulkhead. What's another issue, tiny issue, you might ask? Oh, well, how about this lovely specimen? What is this? This is the side of the head.
It's just a wall. It's a wall
It's a
of
wall.
our head.
I think the previous owners tried to do something cool with it. I don't think it worked out the way they intended it. So
They cut a hole in the wall.
they did. That's what happened. And this is left into the head, and I keep banging my head on it. So, like we said, 50 more to go.